Hi, this is my review of FlexTale Infinite Adventures Volume 2, Western Realm of Aquilae, a fantasy role-playing resource. This collects several points of interest. They are part adventure seeds and part adventure sites. They are detailed in several ways. If you haven't seen my review of Volume 1, please check out the link that will appear on screen. You will also find that link in the playlist that I'm going to place in the description of this video. And before we go further, the first 5 that click on the link in the description will get this Volume 2 for free. So what are you waiting for? Pause this video and good luck! I definitely recommend that you watch my review of Volume 1 first, because in this review I am going to focus on the new things. I am going to avoid talking about things that are included in Volume 1, such as different tools and modifiers. Before we proceed further, I would like to talk about this channel's sponsor, Heroes and Hardships. This is a universal RPG system, allowing you to play any sort of adventure, scenario, genre, story. You can also create any sort of character imaginable. You have hundreds of tools to accomplish just that. I'm going to put a few links in the description that will take you to the Kickstarter that should begin in about 2 or 3 weeks. I am also going to put links to the website, the Tetsubo section of the website, that is the upcoming setting inspired by Japan's Sengoku era. I am also going to include links to the Discord, to my reviews of the Quickstart guide, and the Wallace campaign setting, based on the life and exploits of William Wallace, so please check it out. Now, let's continue. Yes, I also wanted to inform you that this Volume 2 is part of the Infinite Adventures omnibus. It includes Volume 1, 2, and the future volumes that have yet to be released. So definitely consider that if you are planning to get these points of interest collections. Just to give you a small summary, the quality is just like the quality in Volume 1. It is colorful, simple. I did manage to spot an error though. There was an incorrect table when it comes to the random determination of the points of interest, but that error has been corrected. So the quality is good. Now moving on to the points of interest, as I mentioned at the beginning, I am not going to focus on the additional tools and modifiers. I am focusing on the new material. Each of these different points of interest is organized with a summary of the point, discovery details, telling you why you came to this place perhaps. You also have information on different activities that could be carried out when you visit one of these points of interest. You also have adventure hooks. You have rumors, legends, myths, threats, events and quirks, even special rules. Now let me talk a bit about the different points of interests while avoiding spoilers, because just like Volume 1, this is a solo-friendly document, or co-op-friendly document. If you want to play without a dungeon master or game master, all of these different random tables can facilitate solo play or co-op play using your favorite emulator or oracle of choice. Perhaps this solo adventuring toolkit. I'm going to put a link in the description to my ongoing guide and review of that amazing toolkit. So there is a lot of variability when it comes to each of these different points of interest, a lot of surprises within each one. Let's start with Captive Crab Cove. The natural conditions here make Captive Crab Cove a prime crabbing and fishing bay. Locals have hinged their entire economy on the ease with which seafood can be harvested from this vast natural phenomenon. Legend tells of a jealous sea witch, a ravenous leviathan, or simply a spiteful wizard neighbor to the town, who will bring about the end of the cove's natural bounty. Next we have Castle Caldwell. A wealthy woman has purchased the seemingly abandoned estate and tries to move in, only to discover that it is already occupied. Next we have Castle Balkenstein. This creepy, imposing castle, nestled in the dark extremes of the Central Mountains, is the home of a ruling family, with connections to, perhaps, dark powers from beyond. Then we have the caves of the ribbon cheese. Ribbon cheese is a kind of Auteuil milk cheese with rampant tunnels and threads. These caves are similar in that they connect to the surface in shallow but numerous threads. The natural phenomenon is named for this cheese, but only inasmuch as they visually resemble the substance. It is said that special creatures dwell within. Then we have the city of the Arcanists. Arcane power rules supreme in this city-state and surrounding region, whose non-magical members are essentially slaves to those with the gift. We also have the cliffways of Mount Guinness. In a mountainous but deeply fertile region, a series of pathways built into the side of sheer rock makes transit possible. Built aeons ago of a formidable but doomed alliance between elves and dwarves, the cliffways of Mount Guinness are a technological marvel and offer views unparalleled in the realm in addition to serving a very important function. So what do I think about Infinite Adventures Volume 2? This is another excellent adventure resource of almost infinite replayability, perhaps even infinite replayability if you are willing to modify certain things using different oracles and Game Master emulators, because each of these different points of interest have so many elements that can be randomized. Different rumors, legends, myths, activities, common events and quirks, event encounters, quirk encounters, and so many utility tables to generate maps, encounter sites, poisons, traps. Some of the tables at the end of the document are the same ones that you will encounter in a small portion of the solo adventuring toolkit. So this is a complete adventuring product. Even if you do not own Volume 1, Volume 2 will give you many days of adventures. You could use the points of interest included in this document for endless replayability. For example, maybe you have this castle and you rename it, then you change some of the non-player characters, you modify the events using your own oracles and tables and Game Master emulators if you wish, and you would have a completely different point of interest altogether. But even if not so, this document by itself will still provide many hours, many adventures for several campaigns. So my highest recommendation for this Infinite Adventures Volume 2, even if you do not play in the Aquilae campaign setting, you can take any of these points of interest and include them in your homebrewed campaign or in another purchased campaign module or campaign setting. Thank you for watching this review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.